is up, everybody? Welcome back to Murder and Coffee. I'm Danielle, the amazing host. I brought with me my buddy Jack, my favorite. All right, so as you can see, I'm finally back. I've had this gnarly ass head cold that it literally knocked my ass down for almost a week. So I am back, and with exciting news for y'all. I'm going to be posting videos twice a week, starting on Tuesday. So, I wanted to give a little bit of background on why I chose to do this channel. I have loved reading about true crime since I was itty bitty. Like, that simple. Always have loved it. I was obsessed with the mobsters, you know, the ones from way back in the day, not the new ones. The ones that were, like, part of... Best way to describe it. I want to say... Go back to Prohibition. Those mobsters. Lucky Luciano. All of them. Always loved it. And then, from there, I was always reading about Bonnie and Clyde, Dillinger, and it went to Bundy and Dahmer, and it just continued. Plus, I love to research things. As my husband said in episode 2, he has to shoot me with one of our son's Nerf guns, to get my attention, because I always have my headphones on and listening to my random ass playlists that range anywhere from Eagles of Death Metal to ABBA. Yeah, that's right. I listen to ABBA. That's what's up. Alright, so now on to today's story. We are going to be talking about the Phantom Killer. I got all my sources will be linked down below in the description. So back in 1946, a really fucking sadistic guy in a white mask terrorized, like, legit terrorized, this fucking small town. I just want to say real quick, I live in a tiny fucking town, okay, on the outskirts of Boise and Meridian, and oh my god, like, fuck that noise at this point after reading some of this shit. But it's not that bad. This dude was fucked up. The small town we are talking about today is Texarkana. Now, if you don't know where Texarkana is, it's literally, it straddles the border of Arkansas and Texas. Now, if you want to do a little bit of your own research on this case, it's also called the Texarkana Moonlight Murders. Now, I have a feeling that the Hookman legend actually came from this fucking dude. This sick fuck, he actually targeted young couples who were parked at the end of lonely country roads at Lover Lanes. This guy was described by witnesses as wearing a white mask or a sack with holes cut for eyes. Now, they think his kill count was 5 people in 10 weeks. 5 victims had lived to see another day after their attacks. But that's only from one source. So, here we go with the fucked up deal that is the Phantom Killer. So, these are the victims that are known. February 22nd, 1946. Jim Hollis, 25, was pistol whipped. His skull was fractured. He survived. His girlfriend, Mary Jean, I'm going to say it's Mary Jean, Larry, 19, hit twice with the pistol and raped with the barrel of the gun. She survived. That's pretty fucked up if you ask me. Like, this guy actually was nice and told her to run while her boyfriend was laying unconscious. She almost ran into a fucking ditch, okay? And he told her, no, the other way. And then he chased her and did it. Like, who the fuck does that? A month later, March 23rd or 24th, Richard Griffin, 29, was shot twice, once in the back of the head. Girlfriend, Polly-Ann Moore, 17, shot once in the back of the head. Neither survived. April 14th, Paul Martin, 16, and Betty Jo Booker, 15. Let's see here. Paul was shot 4 times through the nose, ribs, and his right hand, and finally in the back of his neck. Now, Betty Jo was shot twice, once through her chest and once in her face. May 3rd, Virgil and Katie Starks. Virgil was 37 and Katie was 36. This is where he kind of strayed a little bit. He actually went to the couple's home and attacked them at their home. He shot Virgil twice in the back of the head and then shot Katie twice in the face. She survived. She actually ran a couple miles to a neighbor's house to call the police. May 7th, Eric McSpaden. Now, this one, they're thinking is possibly a victim. Allegedly killed with an unidentified sharp object and placed on train tracks in front of an oncoming train. Okay. Why didn't the conductor stop? Like, fuck. You see someone putting a body on the tracks, you'd be like, oh, I should probably fucking stop. June 1st, 1948. They believe Virginia Carpenter, who was never found, is one of his victims as well. So, what's pretty fucked up if you think about it, because the guy had never been caught, ever. Here we are, over 70 years later, and he's most likely dead, and we'll never know for a fact if whoever it was, did it. There's actually a book and a movie, believe it or not, about this. And from what I've been reading on these websites, the guy was pretty fucked up. Like, they think that his whole thing was to kill couples because he was lonely. They called him a sex maniac due to the rape of Fury. The town, though, you gotta give this town some fucking credit. Like, legit credit here. Because, like, after all of this fucking mystery happened, they fanned out back in the 70s when the movie was made in their town about the murders. And this town is actually embracing the fucking mystery. Like, how awesome is that? Like, you just sit there and you go, oh, cool. Like, I live in a town that's shrouded in this fucking murder mystery and everything like that. So it's pretty dope. I want to give a couple of shout outs this week. One, to my fucking husband for putting up with my neurotic ways and editing these videos for me. To the Sky Burns Breader for how awesome they are on letting me use Blackest Eyes as my theme song for my videos. I also want to give a quick shout out to everybody who has been following me throughout this new whole crazy journey on something that I absolutely love to do. Y'all are pretty fucking dope for that. And The amount of support I've had fucking blows my mind. So thank you. It is amazing. Okay, so fandom shoutouts, because I'm that cool. My Favorite Murder and Crime Junkie. If you guys have not heard those two podcasts, go check them the fuck out. Like, I legit have them on repeat all the time. Small Town Murders is another one. I love that one. If you have any true crime podcasts that you listen to that you think I should check out, drop it down below in the comments section, and I will gladly check it out. I'm always looking for new people to listen to. It's amazing. Also, a huge shout out to Criminally Listed, okay? Check out his videos. They are amazing. I actually subscribe to him. He's constantly putting out new material. Also, I just downloaded the Investigation Discovery Go app. I love it. They have a Chris Watts special. Maybe I'll have to look into Chris Watts a little bit. Now, let's see here. What else? Next episode, Lala will be returning. And we're doing a whole episode dedicated just to H.H. Holmes. I know, shocker, right? But we also, I have some people that are submitting a bunch of stories they want me to cover, that are pretty amazing. Most of my materials I actually get just from true crime pages on Facebook. I'll check out. I have a huge printout list of random people that I actually want to cover and research. But first, before we go, I want to tell y'all about one that's kind of interesting. Tony Costa. All right. So this dude is known as the Cape Cod Vampire. He literally looks like a young fucking Geraldo Rivera, guys. Like, legit. So he was born August 2nd in 1994. His father died during World War II. In Cambridge, Massachusetts. So he was his occupation was a carpenter. The pathologies that they actually have for him listed are serial killer, necrophiliac, and a cannibal. Hence the name, the Cape Cod fucking Vampire. Like, really? I thought necrophilia died a long ass time ago. See what I did there? The way he would kill people, he would shoot them. Kind of a cowardly thing, if you ask me. Like, why shoot people? If you're gonna kill someone, no. So he was a sexual sadist. Number of victims, 4 to 7 were killed, 2 assaulted, and 1 victimless theft. His span of crimes from 1968 to 1969. Criminal charges that he was picked up for, burglary and assault, and 3 counts of murder. Only 3 counts of murder, guys. How fucked up is that? So his sentence was actually life in prison. The way he was apprehended, it wasn't specified, but it was mid-September of 1968 for his second arrest, and September 20 5th, 1968 for his third arrest, and then finally in 1969. He is deceased, suicide by hanging. Obviously, couldn't handle his fucking crimes anymore. So the profile on this guy, on March 31st, 1969, Costa was examined by a psychologist who diagnosed him with having a schizoid personality. Another examination, ready for it, on June 30th, characterized him as a modern-day Marquis de Sade and a sexually dangerous man capable of murder. You don't say. Alright, so now let's move on to his victims, shall we? An unnamed teen in November of 1961. He broke into her house, assaulted 3 days later, and attempted to drag her into a basement. January 4th, 1962. An unspecified conviction for assault and burglary. Unspecified date in June of 1966. Bonnie Williams and Diane Fadoff. Diane is a possible victim, they're assuming. 1967. An unnamed female acquaintance shot with an arrow. She survived. Bet that fucking hurt, though. Like, how in the hell do you just get up and go, oh, we're good, bye? Like, come on. Alright, so 1968, in January, Barbara Spalding, his girlfriend. May 17th, a victimless burglary. March 24th, Sydney Bonzon, of age 18, was buried under Walsh and partially, I can't even read half of that shit. But she was found buried. November 23rd, date of discovery here for this victim. Barbara Gallant, 23, drowned in a bathtub after barbiturate overdose. 1969, January 24th, Patricia Walsh and Marianne Wysocki. Yeah. Marianne's head and torso were found in a hole, and the rest of her body was found with Walsh. Jesus. February 8th, date of discovery. Susan Perry, her body was cut into 8 pieces. You ask me, I mean, I'm all for, let bygones be bygones, blah, 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 blah. If you're going to, sexually assault dead bodies, you don't even get a reaction out of it. Where is the fun in that, people? Come on now. So, let's see here. What else do we know? That's really about it. I'll put these links down below, too. So, just the fact that he hung himself on, I think it was the 70s is when he hung himself, if I remember correctly. Let's see here. Yeah, 1974. He didn't even last half of his fucking sentence. He didn't even last, 9 years. Come on. You're in your 30s. You fucked up in your 20s. And guess what? Don't hang yourself. Okay, people? Fucking A. People are dumb. What I'll do is I will post a picture of Tony Costa also in the video. If you guys are ever wanting anything specific reviewed by us, honestly, message us on Facebook. You can comment it down below. I'm always down to research anything. If you guys want a missing persons case, unsolved murder cases, anything, really. I'm always down for it. I love a challenge. And plus, it gives me something to do on my lunch break at work. So, once again, remember, click the like button, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, and select that bell button, guys. Get notifications when we post a new video. Also, we're going to have a poll at the end of the video, so go ahead and respond to that one also. That way we know what you guys want to hear next. Thanks for watching. Y'all are amazing, and I got so caught up, I honestly barely even drank my coffee. Go figure. That's where I'm at today. Also, if y'all are lucky, I may have a couple of guests appear next time. So until then, y'all stay sexy and keep drinking coffee and keep out on the look, guys. I have faith that we all know someone out there.